It is absolutely necessary for us to make sure that we select leaders that truly attempts, that truly takes a stand for what they're putting out before the people as a standard to live by, and that they're not just saying anything to you, a congregation, and then live a different life. So if it's a standard that you set before people, then it's a standard that is good enough for you to live in your private life, or you shouldn't be preaching it. You shouldn't be setting people up to be out of their mind crazy because they turn around and find out the very people leading them ain't even living by the standards they're telling them. So don't say that the people are being so hard and all this. This is what you put out is the standard for the church folks at your church, but you don't live it yourself. Either you're called to preach it or you're not. And I sat in places that claimed certain things was a standard, certain things were how we should live, only for these people not to be living it themselves. And it's just nerve wracking when you really want to be a part of something that is according to the scriptures, the word of God, and you can't find no real men of God that's living it themselves. And I pray and I read my Bible and I live this thing. I have had my fall from grace, but I got up and moved on. In the 50 years I've been in this earth, I have never lived in perpetual sin. And I ain't going to even, it would be unbelievable if I told you the circumstances that the falls even came into fruition, because the reason why those things even happened was still a lot of it because of poor leadership that I exposed myself to. And if I hadn't have been in the wrong places at the wrong time in my past, these doors wouldn't be open to the goofy mess that happened in my future. I've prayed and I've rebuked those things and I've closed those doors and I've moved on from the mistakes that I've made in my life. But when I look over the 50 years of my life, I understand what I've been through. And I understand there's some doors I have to close. I understand that I still have some prayers to pray and break some spirits that got in over times in my life when I sat there with ravenous wolves in sheep clothing sitting up over me as a leader, and they don't want to let go. This is their favorite pastime that they want to tear into me. This is their favorite fun of the season when they want to tear. And when you allow that type of crazy spirit to feed off of you, they don't want to let go. And you're going to have to fast. You're going to have to pray. You're going to have to get some anointing oil.